This is going to be a video or set of videos about polynomials. First, we got to review some of the terms, and some of you may or may not have ever done this before, but a polynomial is an expression, meaning not equal sign, an expression consisting of variables and coefficients. Remember, coefficients are just numbers, okay, in front of variables. Okay, so like if you have 2x, 2 is the coefficient, the x is the variable. Or if you have 2xy, 2 is the coefficient, x and y are the variables. A term, let's go back to polynomial. A polynomial has only operations of addition, subtraction, and multiplication. There is no division in a polynomial. Okay, so remember, exponents are in fact multiplication. They're repeated multiplication. 3 squared is 3 times 3. So that's really multiplication, just a different way to write it. They only have positive integer exponents, so no decimal fraction exponents and no negative exponents, okay? So positive integer fractions. So a term has a special thing. We've done this before, and oops, I got a little backslash in there. Oh, that's supposed to be. A term is a group of multiplied variables and coefficients. I missed my S, so I'm going to add it now if I can. Okay, so for example, if I were talking about terms, I would say like 2x. 2x would be a term. As soon as I put a plus sign in, now I have two terms. I have 2x as a term and 2y as a term. If I added on 3yzp, that's another term. As soon as you put an addition or subtraction sign in between, then you have another term. Terms are groups of multiplied things. This is 2 times x, that's 2 times y. This is 3 times y times z times p. So that is a chunk of multiplied numbers and variables. That is what a term is. Okay. A monomial is just a polynomial with only one term. So let me open that up so you can see it. A monomial is just a polynomial with just one term. So for example, an example of a polynomial would be 2x, or 2xy, or 3z squared. All of those are examples of monomials. They're one single chunk of multiplied things. There's no addition or subtraction between them. They're just 3 separate examples that I gave you. A binomial, a binomial is a polynomial with 2 terms. So we've done a lot of these, like standard form, 2x plus 3y. That's a binomial. Okay, it has 2 terms, 2xy, and another chunk, 3xy. Another one would be like slope-intercept form, 3 minus 4x, right? That's slope-intercept form. But there's one term, and there's another term, 3. And as soon as you put the subtraction in, now we've got another term, and 4x. A trinomial, just what it sounds like, just like a triangle has 3 sides and 3 angles. A trinomial is a polynomial with 3 terms. Okay, a degree. Let me give you an example of that, sorry. An example of a trinomial would be something like 2x, oops, that's too hard to see, 2x plus 3y minus 8. 1, 2, 3. As soon as you have an addition or subtraction sign, that's where you know another term starts. The degree is just the highest exponent in a polynomial. So if I have 2x squared plus 3y plus 5x to the 5th, well, the 5th power right there, that's the degree. So that's the highest exponent. The degree in this one that I just drew is 5. Not because of that 5, but because of this 5 right here in the exponent. Leading coefficient, now that is the number in front of the highest degree. So I managed to make my degree and my leading coefficient in that last one 5. So let me do another example. If I had 3x squared plus 2x minus 1, 2 is my degree, 3 is my coefficient. That is my leading coefficient right here. My degree is that squared, okay? I'll do some examples so you know what I'm talking about in a second. You can write down the definition. And a constant is a term with no variable part. No variable part at all. So it's just plain old a number. So like up here, my minus 8, that was a constant. Up here, the 3, that's a constant. So if I have 2x minus 4, that's a constant. If I have just 5, that's a constant. Constants are terms with no variable part. They're just plain old a number. So if I look at just this, 3, there's only one term. It's just 3. It's a monomial because there's one term. It has a degree of 0 because there are no exponents on variables. There are no variables there, so there's no exponents on variables. The leading coefficient is 3. It's the number. Coefficients are the number in front of the variables. There are no variables there, so it's the number in front of the no variable term. On this one, now there's 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. You can tell because the addition and subtraction signs split up the terms. It has 4 terms, so we just call it a polynomial. After trinomial, we just call them polynomials. They're all polynomials, but it's like after hexagon, people just say, it's a polynomial. I mean, they all have names, but no one says them. The degree is the highest exponent. So here has the highest exponent. That exponent is 3, so that's the degree. And then looking at that same term, the leading coefficient is 4. The number in front of those variables is 4. All right, so here again, here's my expression. It only has one term. There's nothing added or subtracted to it, so the one thing, it's just one chunk. It's a monomial because there's only one term. Its degree is the highest exponent. Well, the only exponent is 2. And the coefficient, the number in front of the variables, that's 16. All right, number 4, the number of terms that this one has, well, there's 2. You can tell because there's that addition sign right there that splits up the terms. There's 2 terms. So this is a bi, right? Bicycle, bipedal, bipedal is how people walk. We have 2 feet. So bi means 2. It's a binomial. Okay, the degree is the highest exponent. So here, that term right there has the highest exponent, and the highest exponent is 5, so that's the degree. The leading coefficient is -4. Don't forget that negative sign. This one right here, it has 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that addition sign tells you where it is. So it's a trinomial. Tri means 3, right? Trinomial. Its biggest exponent is right there. It's 4, so that's the degree. And the leading coefficient, even though it's not there, remember, if you just have x, the number in front of it's 1, same deal here. There's a 1 there. So you don't see it, but it's there. It's implied. Okay, this one big chunk. There are no addition and subtraction signs splitting up chunks. So it's one term. So it's a monomial. Mono means 1. Monomial. I'm having trouble spelling. Its degree is the highest exponent. Well, there's only one exponent. It's 100. And the number in front is the coefficient. So -10. Don't forget the negative. Now here, this big chunk is actually 2 things. There's 1 subtraction sign, so the x is 1 term. The 5 is another. So there's 2 terms, so it's binomial. Okay, its degree is the highest exponent. Okay, the highest exponent on the variable, that exponent, that's a x to the first, isn't it? Even though that 1 isn't there, it's just like the 1 in front of it. It's implied. So its degree is 1. There's an exponent of 1, even though you don't see it. It's x to the first power. The leading coefficient is the number in front of that variable, which is 1. We just talked about that. This chunk right here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. There's 5 pieces that are added or subtracted. So because it's so big, I guess it could be a pentanomial, but nobody says that. Everybody just says polynomial. And its degree is the highest exponent. Well, that's 9. Its leading coefficient is the number in front of that. That's 35, and there you be. Now, some things that look like polynomials aren't. Remember, in our definition of polynomial, we said you can only have addition and subtraction and multiplication. So as soon as you see division, that's not a polynomial. This one right here, it has a exponent that's a variable. It's not a number. The variables, or excuse me, the exponents have to be numbers. Since that's not a number, it's not a polynomial. And this one right here, not only did it say that the variables had to be numbers, they can't be fractions, they can't be decimals, and they can't be negative. So this one is not a polynomial. You will see some of those in GMM, and you'll need to look for that not a polynomial button that is underneath. If it's not a polynomial, you don't have a degree, you don't have a leading coefficient, there's no such thing. You skip it and move on. All right, so that brings us to standard form. Polynomials should be in standard form. Okay. I have a note to myself that I didn't take out for you. I'm so sorry. So ignore that little note. We need to rearrange them to be in standard form. First, combine like terms and put the terms in order of highest degree to least highest degree, highest exponent to smallest exponent. So like in this one, we know how to combine these like terms. This is an expression we know how to combine. And that's negative 8x minus 7x. That's negative 15x plus 5 after it. So really, even though it looked like a trinomial, it's not. When you combine it together and simplify it, it's a binomial. There's only two terms. Here, these are like terms. Now remember, there's a 1 in front. You can only combine x squareds with x squareds. Like terms go with like terms. So negative 5x squared plus 1x squared is negative 4x squared. Minus 2x you put next, and plus 1 you put next. We started with the biggest exponents, then the next exponents, then the next exponents. Same deal here. Here's my highest exponent. I'm putting it here. My next highest exponent is 2, so I'm going to combine those like terms. 5x squared minus 8x squared, negative 3x squared. Then, lastly, I have minus 5x coming after that. Here, I look through and I see, oh, 5 is my biggest exponent. But there's 2 of those x to the 5th terms. So now that makes 10x to the 5th. Those terms get combined into one. They're really one term together. Now I have minus 5x to the 4th because you put the next biggest exponent. Then lastly, you put the smallest exponent you've got, negative 10x. Notice, the last of these, all these 3 were trinomials because once you combine them together, they had 3 terms. All right, now, this one is not a polynomial. Why? Because there's an exponent that's not a number. Done. Do I see any others of those? Oh, hey, right here, we have an exponent that's negative. It's not a polynomial. You can only have exponents that are positive, non-decimal, non-fractions to be a polynomial. Now, if I do this one, start with the biggest exponent. This one is a polynomial. I have all the proper exponents. Next comes, I missed one. I missed my 2 to the x to the 4th, so you have to start over and erase. So you're going to make that same mistake too. It's okay if you don't notice it, but you do have to start over and write them in the right order. It's nice and easy on a computer because you can just cursor over and put it in. So that's one of the nice things about GMM. Okay, x to the seconds come next. And then this last one, we have, oops, my stylus has crud underneath it. It's starting to be a pain. All right, so that one is 7x because that's 6x plus 1x makes 7x. So that's a polynomial because there are 4 terms. We don't say quadrinomial. I guess it's probably acceptable, but I've never heard anybody say that. Okay, I'm going to start with my highest degree is 4. My highest exponent is 4. So I'm going to combine those like terms. Negative 10x to the 4th plus 6x cubed because go down. There's no x squared, so I just skip writing that. And minus 6x, and that's my last term. So this one is a trinomial. It has 3